Aside from the clear weight disadvantage, even Canelo Alvarez knows that he's about to face the toughest challenge of his career when Terence Crawford moves up 2 weight classes to meet him in the 168 pounds division later this year. As a result, Canelo has already started training early to ensure that he's both physically and mentally prepared to face the first ever undisputed world champion in multiple weight classes under the 4-belt system. In preparation for his upcoming bout, Canelo Alvarez has implemented new training techniques specifically designed to counter Terence Crawford's in-ring mobility, boxing skills, and counter-punching ability. Canelo is training intensely, aware that a loss would not only mark the 3rd defeat of his career but also result in him losing all of his belts. This could be the moment when he sadly passes the torch, signaling the end of his reign at the top. When asked why he continues boxing despite his many fights and achievements, Canelo responded that his love for the sport is what keeps him going. "I love boxing," he said. While Canelo's love for the sport is undeniably genuine, many of his fans would prefer that he doesn't end his career with a humiliating loss to a fighter from a lower division. Instead, they'd like to see him gracefully retire as a champion. Nicknamed Canelo, he made history as the first and only boxer to become the undisputed champion at super middleweight. He held the World Boxing Association Super title, World Boxing Council, and Ring Magazine titles since 2020. Later, he added the International Boxing Federation and World Boxing Organization titles to his collection in 2021. However, he lost one of these titles when he chose to avoid a fight against their mandatory challenger. Canelo trains 6 days a week during his fight camps, resting only on Sundays. He undergoes 2 training sessions each day. His routine starts with a morning run around 6 a.m., followed by breakfast and a short power nap to recharge before his afternoon session. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are dedicated to boxing exercises, where Canelo focuses on different training techniques and creates strategies to enhance his game plan. Some of these exercises include jump rope, shadow boxing, heavy bag workouts, and other strategic drills. Canelo's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are dedicated to sparring sessions. Along with his coach and trainer, he focuses solely on fight training, visualizing himself in the ring and preparing for the big day. When interviewed about his sparring sessions, Canelo said, "It's the hardest thing I do, and it's what fascinates me the most." Canelo prefers to incorporate a little bit of everything into his training routine. For his strength workouts, he combines bodyweight exercises with weight training to ensure he builds the necessary strength and conditioning to remain a champion. To prepare for such a crucial fight, he has enlisted the help of top sparring partners, just as he did with Teofimo Lopez, the super lightweight world champion. Canelo Alvarez and the Honduran boxer, who boasts a record of 20 wins with just 1 loss in his category, starred in a video that quickly went viral on social media. The video shows them training at a camp near Lake Tahoe, located on the border between Nevada and California. In the footage, Canelo can be seen against the ropes, delivering his best punches and fine-tuning his movements in preparation for his upcoming fight against Berlanga. The Mexican fighter offers a masterclass in defensive techniques, working on his waist movement and dodging his opponent, all without wearing headgear, only marking the punches. Trainer Eddie Reynoso was seen overseeing the entire training session between Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez, who appears to have become one of Canelo's best allies in his preparation to face Berlanga in the ring. The video also shows Canelo sharing some tactical advice with Lopez, teaching him how to escape tricky situations when cornered against the ropes. Their collaboration has generated significant buzz online. Canelo is refining his skills ahead of his upcoming super middleweight title defense on Mexican Independence Day. Also helping in Canelo Alvarez's training is his legendary trainer, Eddie Reynoso. Teofimo Lopez had previously expressed a strong desire to fight Terence Crawford, However, Crawford has set his sights on a different challenge, Canelo Alvarez. The 41-0 champion, who recently dominated the welterweight division, is now considering a significant jump to super middleweight to face Canelo, while Lopez remains eager to face Crawford at 147 pounds. Crawford appears more focused on the potentially historic bout against Alvarez. The relationship between Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso is one of the most successful and enduring partnerships in boxing. It all began in 2003 when a 14-year-old Canelo walked into Reynoso's gym in Guadalajara, Mexico. At the time, Eddie Reynoso was just 27. His father, Dono, immediately recognized Canelo's potential, noting his power and skill even at such a young age. Canelo's bond with the Reynoso family, particularly Eddie, grew from a traditional trainer-fighter relationship into something more akin to a father-son dynamic. Eddie Reynoso was instrumental in developing Canelo's boxing skills and played a crucial role in shaping his rise to become a boxing icon. Under Reynoso's guidance, Canelo rose to become one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, capturing multiple world titles across various weight classes. Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he would face against Canelo, acknowledging that size will play a crucial role in the fight. However, he remains confident in his ability to overcome this challenge and impose his boxing style. Some analysts have expressed skepticism about Crawford's ability to compete effectively at super middleweight. This skepticism stems partly from his most recent fight, a points victory over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight, which lacked the dominant display many had expected. Regardless of these concerns, the potential bout between Canelo and Crawford has captivated the imagination of boxing fans. The blend of power, speed, technique, and charisma from both fighters sets the stage for what could be an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo Alvarez has established a tradition of having two fights a year, one in May and the other in September, with the latter falling on the weekend that celebrates Mexico's independence. Since 2022, he has scheduled his fights in these 2 months, and it is expected that he will continue this pattern. This makes it even more intriguing to see who will be his next opponent, due to the lack of interest in accepting the challenge from David Benavidez, the mandatory World Boxing Council 168 pounds challenger. Terence Crawford appears to be a strong option for Saul Alvarez in his first fight of the year. Though it seems that the fight is more of a media spectacle than a competitive matchup, given that Crawford fights at 154 pounds, super welterweight, 2 categories below that of the Guadalajara native. Both Crawford and Shakur Stevenson are trying to convince Alvarez to accept the fight, for which they were asking for $150 million. Considering how unconvincing the fight against Crawford could be in sporting terms, combined with Alvarez's evasiveness against Benavidez, there are other interesting options for Saul Alvarez in 2025, especially with potential matchups at 175 pounds. Another name that has been mentioned for Canelo is Christian Emile, a 29-year-old Frenchman with an undefeated 28-0 record. In his last fight, he defeated Sergey Derevianchenko in August and could be a contender for the World Boxing Council title, a possibility that was ruled out in September was William Skull 230, the International Boxing Federation challenger. This organization removed the undisputed title from the Mexican for refusing to fight the Cuban and stripped him of his world title. However, Saul Canelo Alvarez vs Terence Crawford is one of the biggest boxing matches that could be made right now, and with Saudi Arabia's involvement in the sport, it seems more possible than ever. Trainer Robert Garcia spoke about Canelo having an advantage over Crawford and also addressed Crawford's situation, clarifying that if he does not get a fight against Canelo Alvarez soon, the